Sp4zie and Planty.
Hello, your types! Sp4zie coming right at you with another champion preview. This time around, we're taking a look at Braum. He's not actually named Braum. Well, he is, kind of, but it's... never mind. He's a big dude with a big shield and a big mustache. What else could you ever want in life? Look, there's Sp4zie there. That's amazing. Let's take a look at the abilities so you guys can get a feel of where he's at right now in the public beta environment. Let's go! His passive is called Concussive Blows, and when you auto-attack someone, you start these stacks, and when you reach 4 stacks, the target gets stunned and take an extra chunk of damage. Now, the best thing about this passive is once you've applied the first stack, your ally's basic attacks will also count towards this 4-stack stun thingy, which of course will have great synergy with, for instance, the bottom lane AD carry. Alright, so the Q is called Winter's Bite, and it's a straight line skill shot that deals some damage, applies a quite considerable slow to the first target it hits. A couple of things to notice about this ability is that firstly, it scales off of his HP, so building HP on Braum's gonna be good. And secondly, it does apply a stack of your passive. So for instance, in the bot lane, you can tag an enemy with this from afar, and then your ADC can try and get 3 auto attacks in for the stun. His W is called Stand Behind Me, and it's a targetable ability that makes you leap to an allied champion or minion, and also increase the armor and magic resist of both you and that target. And it scales off of your armor and magic resist, so the beefier you are, the more this ability will affect your ally. A couple of things to note. Firstly, this ability can be used on yourself to just trigger the extra armor and magic resist. Secondly, there's quite some utility in this, even though it's a defensive ability. You can use it offensively on a minion to sort of get into the enemy's face and start hitting them with your shield. And also, of course, the obvious, getting out of pinches and trying to get away by using your minions and allies. Okay, so now we get to the W, which is called Unbreakable. Now, there might be some confusion here, so I'm going to be as clear as I possibly can to try and explain this. So you raise up your shield, and it does a couple of interesting things. Firstly, it increases your movement speed. Secondly, it's going to negate the first damage that you take. Thirdly, it's going to reduce any following damage by a flat %. And then, most importantly, there's the projectile block thingy. So the easiest way is to think of this as a Yasuo wall, but instead of completely removing the projectiles and auto attacks, you take the damage. Let's say there's an enemy Varus trying to hit your ADC. You step in between. Not only will the auto attacks that he sends towards your ADC hit you, but if he decides to use his Q, you're gonna block and destroy that projectile, so it won't even touch your ADC. And this goes for targetable abilities as well, for instance, the Taric Stun. If you send that towards your ADC and you stand in between them, activate your shield, you're gonna absorb the damage and the stun. Also, it's important to note that you can use abilities and auto attacks while having the shield active. The ultimate is pretty straightforward. It's called Glacial Fissure, and you send out this big long-range skill shot that knocks people up in the air and then leaves behind a big area of effect slow. So as to be expected from someone who has stuffs to do with a fuel yield, massive CC, tons of awesomeness, ice and frost and things. Yeah. Some final words. I do very much like the whole kit and the feel of Braum. I like that Riot is experimenting more with this projectile block mechanics that they introduced with Yasuo. And if you main support, this is definitely someone that you should be excited about. I do very much think he will be a very viable pick, considering his overall potential in teamfights and in the laning phase. So if you did enjoy this little preview, feel free to hit the like button. You can add us to your favorite, share it on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me on my social pages, links down below, to make sure you don't miss any updates or cool stuffs or streams or anything of the like. Also, make sure you subscribe if this is the first video of me you're watching. I release 3 videos a week, and that's all kinds of good. Alright guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Stay awesome, and I'll see you next time. This has been Sp4zie, and I am out.